Good evening. Thanks for joining us on the news at 8. Today, the 5th day of June 2023. I am Chinyere. My first major headline. Engineer Mrs. Ndukwe takes over as Abbey Polytechnic acting rector. SEMB and others get new leadership. No going back on proposed nationwide strike, NLC says. Don't set Nigeria on fire with reckless utterances. APC chieftain warns El Rufai. We'll take commercial wrap up the details and many more. Stay connected.
Experience the smooth and strong feeling that consistently surpasses expectation. Leading the way in high-performance lubricants, Master Supermoto Oil is as durable as titanium.
Welcome back. Now the details. The people of ABN Mohofia Ancient Kingdom, Mohofia local government area of Abia State, have denied the dethronement of their paramount ruler, His Royal Highness A.J. Okoha Kalo Okoha JP, who is also the Ejogo of ABN Mohofia. The community, in a statement on Sunday by the representatives of Ejogo ABN Mohofia in Council, the ABN Mohofia Kingmakers, the Central Executive Committee of ABN Mohofia Development Union, Inyom ABN Home and Abroad, and the ABN Youth Association and the Board of Trustees of ABN Mohofia Development Union Incorporated was reacting to a radio announcement by a body called Umeziaba, who claimed to have dethroned the traditional ruler. Following the dissolution of Board of State Government Agencies, Abia State Governor Dr. Alex Otti has directed the most senior civil servants to take over the leadership of their respective institutions on acting capacity. By this directive, the Deputy Rector Academics, Abia State Polytechnic Aba, Engineer Mrs. Chidinma Mata Ndukwe, is to step in as the acting rector. This instruction is contained in a statement on Monday signed by the Governor's Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Ferdinand Ekoma. The release also directed Barrister Nku Victor to step in as the acting chairman of Secondary Education Management Board. Peter Obi, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party LP in the country's recently concluded general elections, has chastised Abia State Governor Alex Otti on the welfare of the state's poor. Obi, a former governor of Anambra State, was the special guest of honor during an interdenominational Thanksgiving church service held at Trademore Event Center, Opera Square in Umuahia, the Abia State's capital, to commemorate Otti's recent inauguration as Abia State Governor. The Christian Association of Nigeria, CAN, Abia State, led the interdenominational service. Mr. Peter Obi, the Labour Party's presidential candidate in the February 25th presidential election, has urged Abia State Governor Alex Otti to focus on providing excellent governance to the people of the state, particularly the less affluent. Obi argued that Nigeria's less privileged citizens had endured enough and were subjected to unspeakable suffering. The former governor of Anambra State made the announcement on Monday via his Twitter handle following a Thanksgiving service held in Otti's honor on Sunday. Apex Igbo Socio-Cultural Organization, Ohaneze Ndigbo Youth Council Worldwide, has thrown its weight behind the efforts of the Enugu State government to end the sit-at-home in Enugu effective from Monday, 5th June. The group has equally appealed to all Biafra agitators to live through to their stand that the sit-at-home hitherto imposed on the southeast region had been cancelled. Ohanese's call is sequel to the directive by the Enugu State government that all government, business and educational activities should resume this Monday across the state. The Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) has debunked speculations that it might back down on its proposed industrial action slated nationwide for Wednesday. It said the only reason it would shelve the strike is when the federal government and the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited (NNPCL) did the needful by returning to status quo on the fuel subsidy removal issue. NLC declared the position in a statement by Benson Opa, Head of Information and Public Affairs, on Sunday. The former governor of Edo State, Adams Eshimole, has expressed confidence that issues arising from the removal of fuel subsidy will be quickly resolved between the federal government and the organized labor. Oshomole, who was a guest on Channels Television's Sunday Politics, said that President Bola Tinubu recognizes the impact the withdrawal of fuel subsidy is having on Nigerians and is determined to take immediate action to caution it. A chieftain of the All Progressives Congress in Plateau State, Samuel Kwamko, on Sunday cautioned former governor of Kaduna State, Nasir El-Rufai, not to set Nigeria on fire with his utterances. Kwamko, who is a former national director of the Christian Association of Nigeria, stated this at a press conference in Jos on Sunday. He was reacting to statements allegedly credited to the former Kaduna governor, in which he allegedly told his audience before handing over to his successor that the Islamic dominance in Kaduna had been successfully replicated in Nigeria and that it shall continue. The Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, has advised Nigerians to consider using bicycles as alternative means of transportation to shield themselves from the negative economic effects of the jump in fuel prices. Fuel prices experienced an over 300% jump from 185 naira to over 500 naira across the country last week, following the decision of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to pull the plug on fuel subsidy payments. Ondo State's Deputy Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa has denied ever raising his hands against his wife Oluwaseun. A civil society group, Society for Women Empowerment, has accused the Ondo State Deputy Governor of assaulting his wife Oluwaseun twice in the last 4 months. The national coordinator of the group, Mrs. Damilola Charles, in a statement made available to newsmen in Akure, accused the deputy governor of repeatedly beating his wife in the presence of his staff and friends. On foreign scene, a local education official in Afghanistan said nearly 80 girls were poisoned and hospitalized in 2 separate attacks at their primary school on Saturday and Sunday. The head of the provincial education department, Muhammad Ramani, said the poisonings occurred in Sangchak district, northern Afghanistan. Ramani said the person who orchestrated the poisoning had a personal grudge but did not elaborate, according to Sky News. While on sports, Kylian Mbappe of Paris Saint-Germain believes Manchester City will win the UEFA Champions League final versus Inter Milan. The Champions League final between Manchester City and Inter will be fantastic, according to Mbappe. On June 10th, Manchester City will meet Inter Milan in the Champions League final at Istanbul's Ataturk Olympic Stadium. And that brings us to the end of the news at 8. But before we recap of our major headlines, Engineer Mrs. Ndukwe takes over as Abia Polytechnic Acting Rector. SEMB and others get new leadership. No going back on proposed nationwide strike, NLC says. Don't set Nigeria on fire with reckless utterances, APC chieftain warns El-Rufai. For these and many more, log on to our website at www.abntv.com.ng. You can also follow us on any of our social media platforms displayed on your screen. Have a lovely night rest. I am Chinyo Omai.